Okay, good afternoon to one and all. So, in the last class, we discussed about design rules in NMOS design style and also the design rules in CMOS design style, right? So, now today also we are going to concentrate on the same topic, but here we are going to concentrate on the orbit 2 micrometer CMOS design rules. Okay, it is similar to the NMOS design rule, but is it visible now? The screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. So this is the orbit to 2 micrometer CMOS design rules. See, this is the diffusion layer. Okay, this is the N diffusion and this is the P diffusion. So in this case, where the minimum separation is not in terms of lambda. So what we discussed in the last class, the previous class, there is lambda based design rules. So it is also similar to the other lambda based design rules, but it is having some in terms of some dimensions here, that is in terms of 2 micrometer. This is the 2 micrometer technology you can go. Okay, so this is the orbit 2 micrometer technology. So in this case, we are having a design rules will be like this. So in this case also we are having N diffusion, P diffusion, polysilicons, and but here we are having two polys. Okay, two polys. One poly is red color, another poly is the orange color. Okay, this is called poly 1 and this is called poly 2. Okay, we are having to, in order to distinguish between the different type of polysilicons and the structures. Okay, poly 1 and poly 2 like this. Similarly, we are having metal 1 and metal 2. That's why it's called double metal, double poly. Okay, double metal and double poly. So these are the different design rules here. But just observe the design rules here. So in this case, in this case, so N diffusion having the minimum width is to 3 micrometer. See, in 2 micrometer technology, okay, orbit 2 micrometer technology, so the minimum width of the N diffusion is 3 micrometer. Okay, maximum may vary. Okay, okay, maximum may vary. Similarly, P diffusion is also having the same 3 micrometer. Okay, so sometimes this is also changes to some different value. There is a 2.5 micrometer like this. Okay, so just follow the rules here. That's no problem. Now separation between the two diffusions is minimum is 2.5 micrometer. Okay, in the previous classes we discussed about the lambda based design rules, but now we are going to concentrate on these different technologies. Okay, there is 2 micrometer technology. We're having 5 micrometer technology, and also we're having 2 micrometer technology, and also we're having 1.2 micrometer technology. Like this, as the technology goes on increases, so what happens? The size of the transistor is goes on decreases. That means the length, the size of the transistor decreases here. Is 2 micrometer and 1.2 micrometer like this. Okay. So therefore, so these are different design rules in this case. Okay, there is 2.5 micrometer. The separation between P diffusion to P diffusion and N diffusion to N diffusion is having minimum is 2.5 micrometer. Similarly, the separation between the N diffusion and the poly 1, okay, N diffusion and the poly 1 is how much? 1.5 micrometer basically. So basically it is 1 meter. So just see the difference in this case. N diffusion and the poly 1 is 1 micrometer separation, and P diffusion and the second polysilicon is 1.5 micrometer. Okay, this is the difference here. Similarly, poly to poly is separation with the poly 1 to poly 1 is 2.5 micrometer, and the separation between the poly 2 to poly 2 is approximately we can go for 3 micrometer. Okay, poly to poly. So these are the design rules you have to remember. Okay, and the minimum separation. Okay, and the width of the poly 2 and poly 1 is also 2 micrometer. Okay, there is the difference between the diffusion width and poly width. Okay, remember these points in this case. So these are different different design rules that is they exist in the double metal double poly. Okay, so that is about the different type of design rules in the transistor structures. Okay, and also whenever the transistor is formed, okay, whenever the transistor is formed, you have an extension, it must be, so just observe here in the lambda based design rules, the extension is 2 lambda, but here it is extension is 1.5 micrometer. Okay, so this extension must be 1.5 micrometer, and this is the diffusion, n diffusion, which is having 3 micrometer width. And the poly, the p-type transistor, to form a p-type transistor, width of the poly p diffusion is also 3 micrometer width minimum. Okay, and the extension, the poly with poly 1 is 1.5 micrometer. Similarly, with enhancement mode, that is the main difference in this case. Okay, this is the p-type enhancement mode transistor by using poly 1, and this is the p-type enhancement mode transistor with poly 2. Okay, we can construct the transistor by using a poly 1 as well as the poly 2. Okay, polysilicon 2. So in this case, the extension is 1.5 micrometer. In this case, the extension must be 2 micrometer. See, if you use the poly 2, that is the orange color, the extension of the polysilicon is 2 micrometer. Remember that point. Okay. Similarly, you're having, this is the gap between, whenever there is a cut like this, okay, beyond this point here. So the separation between this boundary to this boundary is 2 micrometer, 2.5 micrometer. Here also 2.5 micrometer. And the width of the, this one is, here we are assuming, just remember the width of the poly 2, what we are assuming minimum width is 2 micrometer, but here it is, we are going to take more than 2 micrometer. So it is 2.5 micrometer we can take, no problem. Okay, so that is the main thing you have to remember. But here just observe, this is the poly 1. Okay, the poly 1 micro, that is the poly 1 is minimum width is 2 micrometer. Okay, so here also more than 2 micrometer we are having. So more than you can use, no problem. Okay, but less than 2 micrometer you cannot use. Okay, that is the main thing. Right? That is the design rules in different structures. Similarly, you're having the contactors. Just go through this topic. Okay. So now we'll go directly to the how to draw the layouts in NMOS design style. Okay, how to draw the layouts in the NMOS design style. That is the main important thing. First, you can go for the layouts of NMOS design style, and then you can go for the layouts in the CMOS design style. Okay, these are the most important in this case. Okay, now we'll directly go to the layouts of NMOS design style, NMOS technology. How to draw the layouts in NMOS technology, right? You just go. I'm going to change the screen. So we know that in NMOS design style, is it visible? Will respond anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just see, this is NMOS inverter. Just please concentrate here. It's a very important to draw how to draw the layouts. Okay. So in order to draw the layouts, okay, to draw the layout, first thing you have to remember, you have to remember that first you need a schematic. Okay, what is the schematic of the inverter? Okay, you know the schematic inverter will be like this in NMOS design style. Similarly, so next step is how to draw the stick diagram. That is also very important. Okay, depending on the schematic of the inverter, you can draw the inverter structure here. You know how to draw the inverter structure. Okay, already we discussed in the last classes, isn't it? To practice or not, I don't know. So better to, I think it is, I think you're all practice in the home. Okay, so please once again, if not practice, please practice now at least today also. Okay, so this is the stick diagram for this NMOS inverter, right? This is the stick diagram of the NMOS. Once you know the stick diagram of the inverter, it is very easy to draw the layout diagram. Okay, see, to draw the layout, what is the first step? First is schematic, and then stick diagram, and then layout diagram. Okay, you can follow this method. Okay, so to draw the schematic, this is the pull-up transistor, this is the pull-down transistors, and the gate of the pull-up transistor is shorted to the source of the transistor, right? So that's why it's called the depletion mode transistor, because the vertical channel is thick here, and there is no channel in this case, the thin channel line, vertical line. So this is the enhancement mode transistor. So the actual logic is depends upon the pull-down transistor, and this is always in the on condition because the VGS is equal to 0. Okay, this is always in the on condition. So the same structure we can draw here. Okay, so now just go to this topic here. Just remember here, this is the this is the VDD line, and this is the ground line. Okay, to take a blue color, we can draw a color like this. Two colors. There is sufficient space between the two horizontal lines, and then to form a transistor, we can take a red color and cross the green color. Okay, whenever the polysilicon crosses this this is called crossing. Crosses the diffusion layer, a transistor is formed. And here also we can cross the diffusion layer by using a polysilicon, transistor is formed. But this is not a crossing. There is a contact cut. Okay, there is a contact. Okay, so therefore this is not a crossing here. So this is the crossing. Okay, so there is a channel, the transistor channel here, and this will be an implant. Okay, this is the implant to identify this is the pull-up transistor. There is the depletion mode transistor. Okay, this is the pull-up transistor, and the whose source is shorted like this, and this is the polysilicon. Okay, depending upon that, so already we discussed the special type of depletion mode transistor in the NMOS design style, right? Right or not? So what do we do now? We go for the structure like this. Okay, the same structure, similar to that of this one. This is the blue color. Okay, this is the blue color. So take a rectangular bar like this. You can draw a rectangular bar which is having the blue color with the blue color. Okay, and the blue color hashings like this. Okay, blue color hashings like this. Okay, and then take a green color pencil and draw and don't forget here another same type of horizontal layer. There is the metal layer. Okay, this is the metal layer. Okay, blue is the metal, right? Blue is the metal layer. So here also we are going to draw the blue layer like this. Okay, metal layer, and the hatchings will be always in the blue color like this. Okay, now this is the two horizontal layers. Okay, metal layers, right? Now, so what we require, just see the stick diagram here. Okay, this is the vertical line. That is green color. Okay, the green color means this is the N diffusion. So we can go for the N diffusion by drawing the N diffusion directly from this point to here like this. Draw the vertical lines. Okay, by using a green color, assuming that this is the 2 lambda. Okay, assuming that this is 2 lambda. Okay, assume that this is the 2 lambda. Okay, so draw a vertical line like this, right? Then to form a transistor. Okay, let's go for the draw the depletion enhancement mode transistor now. Okay, draw the enhancement mode transistor. How to draw the enhancement mode transistor here? Take a red color, okay, and draw a layer like this. And remember, this point must cross here. Okay, the minimum is 2 lambda here. Okay, this must cross. It cannot be less than 2 lambda. It must be 2 lambda. Don't forget in the layout diagram, the laboratory. Okay, this is the very, very important condition. Okay, whenever you can draw the layouts in the laboratory, so this extension must be 2 times lambda. Okay, don't forget here. Okay, this extension must be 2 times lambda. If it is less than 2 times lambda, definitely you will get error. Okay, that is the main thing you have to remember. And this is the polysilicon. So whenever the polysilicon crosses the diffusion layer, okay, this green color. So what happens? Transistor is formed. So this is the transistor channel. Okay, the overlap region, red and green color, is the enhancement mode, N channel enhancement mode transistor, right? Similarly, so this is the formation of the pull down transistor. And for the pull up transistor, again, we're having a special condition. The gate is short circuited the source terminal. So therefore, we can take the green, yellow, red color will be extended like this. Okay, extend. This is from the boundary of the layer here. It is 2 lambda. This is also 2 lambda. Okay, extension must be 2 lambda. Remember, here also this must be 2 lambda. Okay, everywhere. So this is also we are going to represent like this, and this point will be connected here. Okay, this is the bound. There is the source terminal. Okay, this is one rectangular like this. This is the source terminal, and this is the drain terminal. Okay, this is the source. So now just observe here, because the polysilicon is joined with in the source region. Okay, in the source region, gate is short circuit to the source terminal in the depletion mode transistor of the NMOS technology, right? So here, what happened is, just observe here. Just I will show. So this point is short circuited to here, and here what type of contact we are going to use here? The polysilicon and diffusion. Okay, we are going to connect. We are going to connect now a polysilicon with the diffusion layer, not with metal. If it is metal, it is ordinary contact, and this is the special contact. That means you can use either buried contact or butting contact. So you can use here is a brown color. Brown color is used to identify the buried contact in most design style. Remember. So therefore, this is the point here. Okay, this point. Here we are using the buried contact. Okay, the buried contact is always 4 lambda into 4 lambda dimension. Already we discussed in the previous classes, right? Buried contact is 4 lambda into 4 lambda. That means this is the point, ending point of the P layer channel. So from this 2 lambda and from this 2 lambda, it is already 2 lambda, width is already 2 lambda, extension is 1 lambda, here also 1 lambda. So totally it is become 4 lambda into 4 lambda. Take a brown color, draw a dotted line from this boundary, draw a dotted line, 2 lambda, 2 lambda, 1 lambda, 1 lambda, like this. It becomes 4 lambda into 4 lambda buried contact. Okay, and draw a crossings with the same brown color. Okay, crossings with the same brown color. Draw a dotted line, right? Draw a dotted line by using brown color and join the corners, the diagonal corners by using the same color. That is called, this is the symbol of the buried contact. Okay, we can use only buried contact because it requires very less space, and also the distance of the conductivity of the buried contact is good compared to the butting contact. Okay, that's why you can go for the buried contact. Okay, this is the buried contact. In case of NMOS design style, don't confuse here. Okay, and then to identify, this is the, whenever you can see the buried contact, that indicates that the polysilicon is joined with the diffusion layer. Okay, polysilicon joined with the diffusion. Whenever you can see this buried contact. Okay, so this is the buried contact. In the stick diagram, we can represent the circle like this, but in the layout diagram, we can draw the structure in the form of dotted lines, in the form of square, right? That is about the buried contact. Next, how to identify the depletion mode transistor? By placing implant. Okay, by placing an implant. This is the channel. So implant here, we can draw the implant over the complete transistor structure. That means always the channel. Just remember how to draw the channel implant here from the boundary of the channel. What is the boundary of the channel? What is the boundary of the channel? The overlapping region of the polysilicon and the diffusion. So what is the overlapping region here? This is the overlapping region. Right? This is the overlapped region. This is called the channel of the depletion mode transistor. Okay, this is the channel of the depletion mode transistor. From this boundary, okay, from the boundary channel of the boundary, so everywhere it is 2 lambda extension. Okay, implant must be from the boundary 2 lambda extension. So from here it is 2 lambda, from here it is 2 lambda, from here it is 2 lambda, from here it is 2 lambda. Okay, so exactly on this line, take a yellow color, join here, and don't forget here. So here we have the extra space, no problem. Okay, so this basically this point must be in this region. Okay, the difference separation between the distance between this contact and the boundary of the transistor, it must be 2 lambda. Okay, this must be 2 lambda. It may be more than 2 lambda, no problem. Okay, now here I am taking more than 2 lambda. So that's why we are having the point is this implant will be located here. It is exactly 2 lambda. This point is located exactly here. Okay, There is a difference. We'll see next in the next figure. Okay. So this is the implant. You can place implant like this, right? So this is the implant to identify the displacement mode transistor, and then how to get the output, because this is the contact terminal. This is the contact, but read contact. So from this contact, we can take either polysilicon, or you can take metal, or you can take diffusion to get the output terminal. But already we are going to consider here a polysilicon. So from this point, you can take the output. From this point, you can take the output. Okay? From this point, you can take the output. From exactly this point here. Only this point, not from here. Okay? From this point only, you can take the output. Okay? That is about the, and then contact. So already you are familiar about the contact here. Okay? What is the contact dimension? Is 4 lambda into 4 lambda contact. Exactly at the center, you're having 2 lambda into 2 lambda cut, right? And the contact is having hatchings will be both metal as well as the diffusion, right? Metal as well as the diffusion. Remember that one. So this is the 4 lambda, 4 lambda. This is the width of the metal layer. Metal one layer is 3 lambda. So I'm taking 3 lambda here. So that's why it requires 4 lambda. Cut is required 4 lambda cut. Total square is 4 lambda into 4 lambda. So therefore, this is 3 lambda. This above is 4 lambda. You can take like this. Or you can take from here to here also. You can take. Okay. Either this point must be either in this downward direction or bottomward direction. Downward direction. No problem. Okay. And exactly the center point. This is the 2 lambda cut. Okay. 2 lambda cut. So this is 1 lambda, this is 1 lambda, this is 1 lambda, this is 1 lambda. So totally it becomes 4 lambda. Here also it becomes 4 lambda. That means it must be placed exactly center of the 4 lambda into 4 lambda cut. The hatchings will be metal hatchings we required, and also diffusion hatching also we required. Okay. So there is the blue color and also okay, blue color as well as the green color. Okay, this is the contact. Similarly, the bottom side also. Okay, we require another ordinary contact. The same method. You can draw like this, and take the 2 lambda cut, and this have blue green color hatching. So we run the green color hatchings, and the vertical lines is the blue color hatching for metal is also located, and this is totally black color. Okay, 2 lambda cut on the contact. Okay, this is about the NMOS inverter, right? This is the NMOS inverter. The layout diagram of the NMOS inverter is simple. Once you draw the schematic, depending upon the schematic, you can draw the stick diagram, and depending upon the stick diagram, you can draw the layout diagram, right? Remember that point. Okay. Any doubts in this topic? Any doubts, Amma? Right? Can I proceed?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubts, Amma?
No doubt, sir.
Let's go to one next topic here. This is the stick diagram in NMOS design style. Okay. And this is the layout diagram in the NMOS design. Okay. This is the NMOS design, stick diagram in NMOS design style. And also this is the stick, schematic of the NMOS design. Okay. Next, you can go for the next topic, that is NAND gate. Okay. You can go for the NAND gate. Okay, just see, this is the structure NAND gate schematic. Okay, this is the NAND gate schematic. So this is the pull down transistors that are connected in series, because we require A into B. Okay, into logical multiplication means the two transistors are connected in series, and in the pull up transistor we are having only one transistor in MOS design style, that is also depression mode N-channel MOSFET. Okay, N-channel depression mode MOSFET, whose gate is short circuited to the source terminal. This is always common for NMOS design style. So this is A, this is B, this is the enhancement mode transistor. The actual logic is depends upon the pull down transistors, and this is the structure. Okay, so depending upon this structure, you can draw the stick diagram. Okay, draw the stick diagram. So already we discussed the previous classes. Okay, so this is A transistor A formed here. Whenever the polysilicon crosses, B crosses here, a transistor is formed, and then the depression mode transistor forms here. Okay, depression mode transistor is formed here. So this is the implant, and the shoe source is saturated with the ground source terminal, and we are having the buried contact here, and this is the ordinary contact. Okay, there is about the stick diagram of any NMOS design style. Now, let's go to the layout diagram. So similar to the previous one, how to draw the layout diagram in NMOS design style. Once again, that is the NAND gate layout diagram. The same structure, the depression mode transistor having the same structure. Okay, structure is same. Only difference is instead of using single transistor in the pull down region, we are having two transistors. Just place. Okay, this is another transistor. Remaining everything is same. Okay, remaining everything is same. Okay, now here what I change in this case. I have changed some small changes here. There is a small changes. Let's see. This is the way I am taking 4 lambda width of this metal 1 layer. Okay, the width of the metal 1 layer I am assuming 4 instead of 3 lambda. I am taking 4 lambda. If you consider the 4 lambda, so there is no extension. The previous case we are assuming 3 lambda. We are taking we have taken only 3 lambda width of the metal 1, but here I am taking 4 lambda width more than. You can increase, but you cannot decrease the width of the metal 1 layer less than 3 lambda. You can increase. So I am increasing here. There's up to I am taking 4 lambda width. Okay. So this is the metal 1 layer. Okay, VDD line. Another one is here. VDD line 4 lambda width. And then between the 4 lambda width and another metal 1 and metal 1, draw a N diffusion layer, the N Knox layer. Okay, N Knox means this is the take a blue N diffusion layer. Okay, green color, draw a vertical line like this, 2 vertical lines. Assuming that this is the 2 lambda width, minimum transistor size. Okay, feature size transistor. Okay, so and then so this is the minimum size. Okay, width is 2 lambda. Next, just observe here, by taking the polysilicon and we are crossing the polysilicon over this diffusion layer, a transistor channel exists. Okay, whenever the polysilicon crosses, we are getting a transistor will be formed. Okay, transistor is formed. Similarly, now see, this is the crossing point must be minimum is 2 lambda. Okay, this must be minimum 2 lambda. So this is one transistor. This is another transistor. So take a same layer once again and place here. Let us take this is A bit, this is B bit. So we are having 2 transistor form in this case. Okay, these 2 are connected in series because drain of the source of the top transistor is connected to the drain of the second transistor. This is source of the transistor, this is drain of the transistor. You join together. Okay, and remember here, very important thing is separation is also very important. Okay, in the laboratory, you have to take the separation. You have to take care of on the separation also. Okay, if the separation is not satisfied, definitely get error. Okay, so therefore the sufficient space must be there. Okay, so remember this is the polysilicon, this is the polysilicon. The separation between the 2 polysilicon, what is the minimum separation in this case? Yes, 1 lambda. Right, this must be 1 lambda. But more than 1 lambda, you can take no problem. Okay, cannot be less than 1 lambda. Remember that point, right? So this is the main thing we got to remember. And similarly, so here also, okay, from this boundary cut to the next transistor channel. So this must be the separation between these 2 points must be minimum is 2 lambda, maximum no problem. More than 2 lambda is no problem, but cannot be less than 2 lambda. From where to where? Transistor channel boundary to the inside cut, 2 lambda cut. Okay, this separation minimum is you require is 2 lambda. Okay, minimum requirement is 2 lambda, and more than 2 lambda also possible, no problem. Okay, that is the main thing you have to remember. Now here I am not taking the extension here because it's the 4 lambda. So we require 4 lambda cut we require. Okay, this is 2 lambda, this is 1 lambda, this is 1 lambda. So totally become 4 lambda. And this 4 lambda, 4 lambda, 4 lambda. And exactly the center point we are having 2 lambda into 2 lambda cut. Okay, just make it hatchings of green and blue. Place here like this. And here also hatchings of green and blue and yellow will be placed like this. And then implant. Okay, and the buried contact. Already we explained the buried contact. So buried contact is 4 lambda into 4 lambda we require. Where we require the buried contact? Whenever the polysilicon joined with the diffusion. Okay, whenever the polysilicon joined with the diffusion, we require buried contact. So this is the boundary of the transistor. Okay, so from this point, 2 lambda extension, 2 lambda extension. Remember, buried contact always in the diffusion, it must extend 2 lambda, but other than polysilicon, it extend to 1 lambda only. Remember that point. Okay, so therefore, it is 2 lambda extension, this is 2 lambda extension because the diffusion layer. And from the boundary of the transistor, the polysilicon region, it is 1 lambda. It is also 1 lambda by a dotted line by using a brown color. And diagonals also brown color. So this is the buried contact. An implant. Okay. Now how to draw the implant? From the transistor boundary. So in all the region, all around, we are having 2 lambda extension. Okay. So from here to here, 2 lambda. So this point is minimum is, remember, this is the very important here. Okay, from the contact cut, okay, this contact inside the contact is 2 lambda cut is there now. From that point, next to transistor boundary, minimum is 2 lambda and maximum may be extend, no problem. Okay, so that's why I'm drawing here like this. This is the actual condition to reduce the length size of the transistors structures. Okay, so take the minimum width is 2 lambda. Okay, and this from boundary. This is for 2 lambda. Okay, this is one extension is 2 lambda. From this is also 2 lambda. So take a yellow color and draw the implant like this. By seeing this implant, you can identify that this is the depletion mode transistor. Okay, that is about the structure of the two-input NAND gate in NMOS design. Get 2 input. For example, you want to draw 3 input NAND gate. What to do? Same structure. You can draw another poly. You take another poly. Draw here. A, B, C. Connected in series. That's all. Okay, like the same number of inputs, you can increase the number of inputs in the structure. Right? That is the main thing in this case. Don't forget. Don't confuse here. Right? So that is the case. Next, okay, go for the next one. So this is, let's see this structure. This is the 3-input NOR gate. Okay, this is the 3-input NOR gate in NMOS design style. For example, you want 2-input NOR gate, only this structure is sufficient. You skip this one. Okay, skip this one. Now it is the 3-input NOR gate. Okay, 3 transistors are connected in parallel. So draw a stick diagram like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3 like this. Okay, and this is the polysilicon. This is the polysilicon. This is the polysilicon. So polysilicon crosses the point. Transistor is formed. Another transistor